started, I did want to let you know there's a Spotify playlist down in the description that you can listen to alongside this class. And with that, let's go ahead and jump into things. We'll get started by coming down to our mat. This time we'll find a comfortable seated position with the hips down and the legs in front of you. So get comfortable, but not too comfortable. Feet about hips distance apart. Bring your hands right behind the hamstrings. You're going to roll the shoulders down and back, gently pressing the chest forward, opening the elbows out towards the sides of the room. You'll inhale right here. On an exhale, I want you to round back through the spine. You don't even have to roll down to the mat. Just round back through your spine, curling into a little ball, and then inhale. We'll exhale, press the chest forward. For 2 more like that, we exhale, round the spine. Inhale, exhale, take it up. Good. Last one, we bring it down. It's a quick warm up today. Inhale, exhale, take it up. Good. From here, right hand stays where it's at. Left hand comes over to meet the right. You're going to roll back right here just to press the chest over towards the right. Get a little bit of rotation. Good. Inhale, exhale, take it up. Same thing on the left. Left hand comes over, right hand comes to meet it. We'll twist over towards the left, roll it back. See if you can push a little bit more open towards the left. Good. From right here, you're going to inhale, exhale, roll it all the way back up. And then from right here, we have about 30 seconds until our first timer goes off for circuit 1. So we're going to start off doing this series of 5. If you've been with me a long time, you've done this before. We start off in a single leg stretch. Just stick with me. I'm going to walk you through every exercise. And I said series of 5, but it's really series of 5 plus 1, my favorite way to do this. Okay, so we'll pull those knees in. You can keep your head down or you can come up into an upper body crunch. You have 3, 2, and 1. Let's pull the right leg in, shoot the left leg out. You'll give me an exhale, switch the legs. Inhale, exhale, switch the legs. Switch and switch, switch and switch. I would love a nice big exhale every time you pull the knee in like this. Good. You always have the option to keep your head down on the mat. If that will be more comfortable for you, go ahead and take it there. Good. Now we had a quick warm up. It's going to be a pretty quick paced class, but just so that you know, because I didn't give you warning ahead of time, we're moving through 3 circuits of 6 exercises each. All right, we're here for 4, 3, 2, last one. Everything comes down, your head goes down, you pull the knees in, take a second, take a breather. We have 20 seconds right here, and then we get into the second part of the series of 5, double leg stretch. We'll pull the knees in, curl up into a little tiny ball in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull knees to nose, reach the hands towards the shins. Give me a big inhale, reach the legs out, reach the arms back. Exhale as you pull the knees in, bring the hands back towards the shins. You have the option right away to take your head down towards the mat. This works great right here. Kind of an oldies playlist today if you're listening to it. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale, pull it in. But I know those of you that remember listening to this music will be offended that I called it oldies. Don't be offended. I love this music too. Good. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Everything comes down. Take a second, take a breath. I'm just going to move a little bit because I keep hitting my chair. Next exercise, it's called a hamstring pull or a straight leg, single leg stretch. We're going to reach the right leg up, shoot the left leg out, walk your hands up towards your right ankle in 3, 2, and 1. You're going to lift on up right about to the base of the shoulder blades. Big exhale as you switch the legs. Inhale, exhale, switch the legs. We'll switch and switch. This is always the one where I'm like, oh, my hamstrings are so tight. If you can't quite reach the ankle, I can't either. Honestly, it's that first rep that I'm like, oh yeah, ankle, I can do it. If it doesn't work, grab for your calf, grab for your hamstring, maybe bend at the knee a little bit. That works great too. Your head can also always stay down on the mat. Okay, good. I know we're jumping right into this workout. Now, we're not wasting any time. A little bit of a different vibe than the other classes. Just give me 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Everything comes in. Take a second, take a breath. Okay, we're halfway through this first circuit. That was 3 exercises. We have 3 more to go. Next one is going to be a double leg lower and lift. Legs will come up above the hips. You can bring your hands down by your sides or behind the head. You have 3, 2, and 1. Legs together. I'm going to start hands down, head down. Inhale as you lower the legs down to a high diagonal. Exhale as you pull from the lower abs, lift your legs back above your hips. Inhale as you take things down. Exhale as you lift things up. Now, if you'd like to do a little bit more, or if you feel like your pelvis is rocking, your low back is arching, that's when I want you to try and come up into the crunch. See if that helps you to press your lower back down just a little bit more. Find some stability right there. It can also be super helpful to prop your hips up a little bit. So if you take your hands underneath your butt like so, take this from right here, depending on how big the arches in your, we have 2, 1. Oh my gosh, sorry. I talked too long. Pull the knees in, take a second, take a breath. Next exercise is a bicycle crunch. What I was going to say is depending on the degree of curve in your spine, you may not be able to get your lower back down to the mat. And in those cases, we need a little bit of extra support underneath us. Okay, bicycle crunch, 2. And 1, hands behind the head, knees above the hips. We twist left armpit to right knee, and then exhale as you switch through center. We'll switch and switch. Series of 5 is always one that I like to do. It's really good to just like keep in your metaphorical back pocket because it's a fun core series for sure. I'm going to say fun. I know that you don't agree with me. I know you don't think it's fun, but it is fun from the perspective of a Pilates instructor. Good. Okay, now as we're moving here, if you start to feel a little clicking at the hip, I want you to angle the legs up instead of out and down. We have 3, 2, and 1. Everything comes in. Drop the head, pull the knees to the chest. Okay, last part of this series, we are building off of that last exercise. So stick with me. I am going to walk you through and then we're done with this ab series. All right, give me 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Knees above the hips, hands behind the head. We're lifting up to crunch, twisting left armpit to right knee. You pause right here, reach the arm up, reach the right foot up, bring things back in, and then take it over towards the other side. Right arm reaches, left foot kicks. We bring it back in. We switch over to the other side. If that didn't make sense the first time I explained it, I want you to pause and go back to the start of this exercise, not to the start of the whole series. That would be mean. But just make sure you're giving yourself enough time to practice. Right? Doesn't have to be perfect the first go. I know I talk you through as we're moving, and sometimes that might not click for everybody. That's all right. Give me 2 and 1. Good. Everything comes in from right here. We're going to rock and roll ourselves up, flip up and around, and we'll find a forearm plank down on our mat. Actually, I'm going to go this way. Okay. This is going to be our bonus round. Bonus because it's fun. Forearms come down, your feet go back. You can also keep the knees down. The timer goes off. All right. Shoulders on top of the elbows. I want you to think about actively pressing up and away from your mat. If you're up on the toes, we're squeezing the legs together, gently pressing the hips kind of upwards towards the rib cage. Okay, we're squeezing into the glutes. We're squeezing the inner thighs together. Now, if you're on the knees, that's totally fine. All of the same rules apply. We're going to add on a little bit of movement just with a saw. Taking an inhale as you shift the shoulders forward, exhaling as you shift the shoulders back. You can also think of this as a point and a flex at the feet. Knees down works the exact same. It's just going to be a little bit of a smaller movement and you're more pressing the hips back and then pulling it forward. You also have the option to just hold in your plank. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Everything comes in, drop the knees, press your hips back towards your heels, find a child's pose. While you guys are taking your child's pose, I am going to walk us through our second circuit. It's 3 exercises. We're going to do them on one side and then on the other. Starting off by coming into a tabletop position, wrists underneath the shoulders. You're going to flip the fingertips in just a little bit. From right here, I like to call this a face plant push-up. We're going to bend at the elbows, face plant down towards the mat. press back up. That's exercise 1. Exercise 2, we take the right hand. You're going to pull the fingertips towards the side of your head, take it down, pause, lift the left leg up, bring it back down, and you'll keep going like that. Exercise 3, you walk your hands forward just a little bit. We'll pull that right knee in towards the center, lifting the left leg up. You're going to drop to the forearms, whoop, and then pull things back in. I lost my balance there. We drop to the forearms and then pull it back in. All right, we have 3, 2, and 1, what I call a face plant push-up. Okay, keep the hips pretty still. You're gonna inhale, bend at the elbows, face plant down towards the mat. Exhale, press up and away. Inhale as we bend. Exhale as you press. Good. Now, if it gets to be a little too wristy or if it's just irritating your wrists in general, come off of them for a second, take a child's pose, meet me back when you're ready. Good. All right, we've got 5, almost 4, 3, 2, and 1. Everything comes in. You can take a second, come off of the wrists. I'm going to demo that second exercise again just so that we can be confident in what we're doing. We'll come back again, fingertips flipped in just a little bit. Right hand is going to lift up, fingertips towards the side of the face, and then we're going to lift the left leg up. Okay, for 3, 2, and 1. 4, 3 was not the right wording. We take the right hand, pull the fingertips towards the side of the face, let it come back down, lift the left leg up, lower the left leg down. Right hand comes in, it lowers down, left leg lifts and lowers. Right away, as you shift back to moving your left leg, you'll just feel a shift. You'll feel your core having to engage as we shift the weight around from the knee into that front hand. Good. Here we go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Everything comes in. Take a second, take a breath. I know it gets wristy. I know it does. I know it does. You're going to make it. I promise. I promise you will. We're trying to get nice, strong wrists here. All right, final exercise on this side. Both hands are going down just a little bit in front of the shoulders. Give me 2 and 1. Hands a little bit forward. We're going to lift the left leg up, pointing the toe, bending the knee. Inhale as you drop the forearms back, lifting the left leg up. Exhale as you press up and away. Left knee comes down with the right. We lower down, lift the leg. Don't kick the chairs around you. Exhale, bring everything in. Like if I move just so, I will not kick the chair. Good. And really make sure you've got even pressure, even weight between both of the hands. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Everything comes in. We hit those same 3 exercises on the other side. So we'll start back off with our face plant push-up. It's a catchy name. It's not like a sexy name. It's a catchy name for sure. Gets the point across, I think. Okay, we have 3, 2, and 1. We can't always use technical terms here. All right, knees stay underneath the hips. You're drawing up and in through the center of the body. We inhale as you bend at the elbows, bringing your nose down towards the mat. Big exhale, you press up and away. Inhale, we bend at the elbows. Exhale as you press up and away. Good. Inhale, bend. See how my hips are staying pretty much on top of my knees this whole time? It's not a huge shift forward. There you go. Oh my gosh, if you guys are listening to this playlist not on shuffle, this is one of my favorites. Good for 2. And 1. Everything comes up. Hips go to the heels, come off of the wrists. Take a second, take a breather. You're doing really good. Good news is about this class, there's no standing because I know we did standing yesterday. I'm trying to give you a break. All right, we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. When you're ready, you take the left hand, lift the fingertips so they come up towards the side of your face, pulling the elbow out towards the side of your room. Left hand comes down, you're going to lift the right leg up. Right leg lowers down, left hand pulls in. Left hand comes down, right leg lifts up. Good. And you move through that with as much control as you can. Hopefully you're not right up close to a wall like I am. I don't know how this always happens. It's like I move my mat around and no matter what, I always end up too close to the wall. The joys of a home studio, right? We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Everything comes in. Take a second, take a breath. I should really say the joys of working out at home, because you guys know the struggle, right? You've got to move furniture around. You're moving coffee tables out of the way so you have some room to move. I get it. I understand. I'm the same way. Okay, we have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands a little bit forward of the shoulders. We're going to lift the right leg up. You can point or flex your foot, bend at the knee. Inhale as you drop to the forearms, pushing that right foot up. Exhale, press up and away. Right knee comes down in line with the left. We lower and lift, press up and pull home. I don't know what my foot is doing. It does not feel like it's pointed. Felt like it was a half-assed flex foot. Good. All right, we're almost there. Just give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Everything comes in. Let's walk the knees back. Lower yourself all the way down onto your mat. Take a second. Take a breath. Okay. All we're going to do right here is bring the hands and the forearms down. We'll take some back extension. We'll keep it nice and simple on this one. Give me 3, 2, and 1. Chest comes down, head comes down. Big exhale, press up and away. Lift your chest, lift your gaze. Good. Inhale as you bring everything back down. Good. It's an exhale. We press up. Inhale as you bring it back down. If you'd like to come up higher, let's go for it. Pressing up, lifting the front of the hips off of the mat. And then inhaling as you lower everything back down. Good. Little bit of a stretch. That's nice. Hopefully you agree. We're halfway through on this one. I like back extension because it feels like a stretch, but it's really, really good for us to just tap into the backside of our body. We're so used to just thinking about what's happening in front of us, right? That it's sometimes hard to connect into the muscles of the back. So this is really good for that. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Everything comes in. You're going to press yourself all the way up and then reach your hips towards your heels, finding a child's pose, pressing the chest down towards the mat. Final circuit right here. We're going to set ourselves up so that we come onto our right side, and I promise we're not going where you think. We're going to be moving into a side teaser. So let me show you what all this is going to look like. Legs squeeze together. Your left arm reaches up above your shoulder. You roll back onto your hip, lift the legs up towards the feet. Bring it home. That's exercise 1. Exercise 2, you're going to roll back onto your hip, separate the feet, little kicks through your legs. Exercise 3, we come back into this position, left leg lifted, right knee's going to bend and kick. Bend and kick. I'm going to call this a pretty severe oblique circuit. I should really call this class like a core interval class. Okay, we have 3, 2, and 1. And I'll use this circuit to think of alternative titles. Squeeze the legs together, reach the left arm up. You're going to roll back onto your right hip, lift the legs towards the hand. Inhale as you come right back down. We roll it back, you lift up, lower the legs, come back down. Now, if you can't get all the way up there, that's okay. What I want you to work towards is this right here, lifting the leg, reaching the hand. This is perfect right here, and that'll get you to here. That'll help you work up into that. Good. Now I'm going to warn you right now, I have a really mean plan for this final bonus round, so you're just going to have to stick with me. All right, give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Everything comes down. Take a second, take a breath. While you're here, I want you checking in with this right shoulder. Do you feel like you're dumping down into the shoulder? Can you press up and away, creating all of this glorious space in between you and your mat? Try it and see. Okay, timer's gonna go off. We'll reach the arm up. You're gonna roll back onto your right hip, lifting the legs. It doesn't have to be high. Separate your feet, start to kick through your legs. Good. This is one that we definitely did last month while I was doing my outdoor classes. We definitely did some of this action. I like this, but man, is it tricky. Good thing we're here for a set amount of time. Good. We're more than halfway. You're doing good. As always. Keep breathing. Okay, you can also take the left hand down if you need to. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Everything comes down. Take a second, take a breath. Okay, the last part of this circuit, it's gonna be a big push. All right? You're gonna have to say something nice to yourself in order to encourage yourself to go through it. And you're gonna do great. We're gonna do great together. Okay, we have 2 and 1. Reach that left arm up if you can. Roll back onto your right hip. You're going to lift the left leg up and then take your right leg, bend the knee, pull your foot towards your other leg, and then reach your right leg back out. That's all. We bend the knee, pull it in, and then reach it out. If that's not for you, your left foot's gonna come down, you bend the knee, kick it out from right there. Okay, having the left leg elevated obviously is gonna add in an additional challenge element, but we're here for the challenge, right? Right? And these classes are progressing, right? We're here in the 3rd week. No, 2nd week, I think, is when this class comes out. Good, but we've learned, we're progressing. We have 3, 2, and 1. Everything comes down. I think you would have learned with Monday's class this week that things are progressing in the challenge. They're getting a little bit more fun, a little bit more spicy, right? Okay, same thing on the other side. You're gonna roll it over towards your left hip, coming down onto the left forearm. Elbow goes underneath the shoulder. You're gonna press yourself up and away from the mat. That timer already went off. Reach the right arm above the shoulder, roll it back onto your left hip, lift those legs, and then bring it right back down. Again, if that's not for you, this is going to be your alternative option. And there's nothing wrong with that movement either. It's really good. It's gonna help you to work on a couple of things. A, flexibility. B, mobility in your hip. And also it's going to help you to work on stabilizing into your left shoulder. Good, because hammering down this position is actually very tricky. It seems like it should be simple, but it's not. And many of us struggle with it. We have 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Good. Okay, take a second. I rolled myself too close to the wall. No surprise there. Okay, next up we've got side swimming. Rock the cash bar. Okay, we have 3, 2, and 1. We'll reach the arm up. You're rolling back onto that left hip, lifting the legs. It can be right here, it could be here. Separate the feet, little kicks through your legs. If right away you'd like to bring your right hand down, bring it down. And I'm going to encourage you to play around with where you're settled on your hip. You may have to roll back a little bit further. That's fine. Maybe you're rolled forward a little bit more. That's fine. It's gonna look different for all of us. For me, I just have this spot on my left hip that I feel like I can balance. Anywhere else, like right here is okay. A little bit too much on my hips, but right here feels a little bit better. Okay, so play around with it. I'm gonna encourage you to do that. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, bring everything in. I really hope you guys are listening to this playlist. You tell me, do you like this playlist or not? Because you'll know right away if you don't like it and you're probably listening to something else. Final exercise on this side, give me 2 and 1. We roll back onto that left hip. You're going to lift the right leg up, take your left leg, bend the knee, reach it back out. If you'd like to, you can always reach that right arm up. Good. There is still the same amount of space in between you and your mat. You're actively pressing up and away through that left arm. Good. You're doing great. We're more than halfway. Keep moving with me. Good. If you need a second, you're going to take it. That's all right. Good. Good. There you go. Just give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Everything comes in. Okay. Now, this last bonus round is probably going to make you not like me very much, but we're going to do it. Okay. We're going to be moving into a teaser, and we're working on that for 1 minute. The key word there being working on it. Your legs are going to reach out towards the top edge of your mat. Your arms are going to reach back. That timer already went off. When you're ready, we lift the arms above the shoulders. You start to press the hands towards the hips, tucking chin towards the chest. As we lift the chest, you're going to lift your legs. Maybe you get right here and then bring it right back down, and that's perfect. If you want to come up higher, this is what it'll look like. Big exhale, everything is going to lift up. Good, and then inhale, everything lowers back down. Good, if you're not there today, that's okay. It gives you something to work on. Right here's perfect. If that's not gonna work, hands come by your sides, you lift up through the upper body, try and lift the legs with the support of your forearms right here. Good. Okay, less than 20 seconds. That means we are much more than halfway through, so keep sticking with me. You're doing good. I'm trying to challenge you today. I'm trying to challenge you with this challenge, right? We're feeling good, but we're pushing our boundaries. Give me 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Everything comes in. That was so good. Okay, from right here, we are going to lay all the way down onto our mat and take a couple stretches, then you're done with me. When you're ready, coming all the way down, we're going to reach the legs so they go out towards the top edge of our mat. Your hand's going to go down by your sides, or they could just kind of rest on your belly, whatever feels good. Let's pull the left knee in towards us, bending the knee. You're going to open your knee out towards the side of the room, and then circle your knee down, cross it over towards the right, and come on up. Give me 2 more like that. We go out and around. Last one. I know we're at the end because of this song. Good. The left leg reaches all the way back out in line with the right. We'll pull that right knee in. Same thing. We open to the right. You're going to circle the knee down, cross to the left as you come up and around. Ooh, my hips are feeling some kind of way. This is 2. How are you feeling? This will be our last one. Good. With that last one, you're reaching the right leg back out. I want you to, again, bend into the left side, grab a hold of your left leg, maybe right behind the hamstring. For 3 reps, you're going to kick the left leg up, pause, flex your foot, bend the knee, pull the heel towards the hip. For 2, kick, pause, flex, bend. Last one, we kick the leg, pause, flex your foot, bend the knee, pull the heel towards the hip, and then let the left leg go. Same thing on the right side, bending the knee, pulling things in, grabbing a gentle hold with the hands, kick your leg up, pause, flex your foot, bend the knee, pull the heel towards the hip. For 2, kick up, flex, bend. Last one, point, kick, flex, and bend. Good. With that last one, let's let the right leg slide out in line with your left. Reach your arms back overhead. Give me a big inhale. On your exhale, let's press the hands down towards the tops of the legs as we start to lift up through the head, the neck, the shoulders. We're pressing into the hips. This does not have to be a beautiful roll up. Maybe you bend at the knees, then open up your feet if you've got the knees bent. We'll inhale, hinge forward as we fold at the hips, reaching your hands down towards your feet, down towards the mat. Whatever feels best. You'll take an inhale right here, filling everything up with air. Exhale out as you let it go. Good. And then when you're ready, let's bring the legs together. You can take any other stretches that you feel like you need, but you're all finished with me for the day. Hopefully you enjoyed this workout. If you did, as always, please let me know down in the comments. Remember to mark this class off on your challenge tracker if you've got it on there. Remember, you're awesome. You can do anything that you put your mind to, and I will see you back here tomorrow.